My name is Marcus, and I want to tell you the story about why me decide to call off my wedding. Yes, it's a decision where shocked my family and my friend them, but deep down, but no say it was the right thing to do. So I grew up in a Jamaican family where family and tradition mean everything. My mother, especially, always stress the importance of marriage. She always say, Marcus, make sure you find one good woman and settle down. Don't have no picnic all about the place. By the time I reached my late 20s, the pressure for settle down did turn up. Everybody around me I get married. And mommy wouldn't stop reminding me, say, time I run out for me. Marcus, when does it get for who my grand picnic them? She would ask me almost every time we talk. Around them time there, I'm gonna get this nice young lady named Tamara through one of my bridging them. Girl, smart, she beautiful and she calm. I just knew my family was gonna love her. She in a good job to, come from a humble, respectable family and was very well spoken and well mannered. Me think is a match made in heaven. So we bonded quickly, we got close, and developed what seemed like genuine affection for each other. And 9 months later, they don't know them, someone always know what they want. I decided to propose. But no say it seemed kind of quick, but I didn't make that decision lightly, But boy, that was one of the biggest moments in my life. But take my time, plan the engagement party, make sure say family and friends there, and it was a good look. Our parents were proud, my friend them congratulate me. Although some of them did kind of vex because, the moment I met them know say, yo, the bar raised, so. But I feel like say you just like go down upon one year, will you marry me? You have to go do a thing, The wedding planning start almost right away, and I guess so things start change. It wasn't no big disagreement when me start questioning the relationship, and some little things where slowly start chip away at my peace of mind. I start notice some changes in my girl. We start argue about every little thing, colors, the guest list, and even with the wedding for keep. Them things did seem small at first, but we so realize say it's like with values and with priorities is different, But remember one evening we had discussed the wedding budget, and it's because so much of we get married, so much of my friend them, and I realize that weddings can get real expensive. So I try to keep the cost in check, right? But my girl wanted the big ostentatious wedding, which was not what we did online on pre-fiancéship. Before that, we did just decide, we discuss some things and meetings that we have an understanding of the thing I go, but you don't know. Argument bus, right? So Marcus, you're too cheap. Our wedding day, we have to represent ourselves in a way that is befitting of our ilk. We have to make people say, we're seeing up there. She said, her voice raised. Me try explain say, look, just because the money didn't mean so if we waste the money needlessly, because half of the people where you are talking to don't even like, and you suspect so them don't like you. And the marriage is more important than this one day event. No matter how much we spend, it's the life we're gonna build after the day we count. But try to tell her while doing my damnedest to remain calm, She never said so. Exactly. It doesn't matter how much we spend, so stop acting like you don't have it. People are gonna chat if the wedding's small. But I don't want nobody think we can't afford it. Alright, that's all? But start feel uneasy. This wedding, is it about me or you or for impress people? I brush it off at first, thinking, say, she probably under some stress, some pressure from our girlfriend them or something like that, but that was just the beginning. As the months pass, I start notice more things. She start at more controlling. She want to decide everything without my input now. I need to sell my house and buy a new one. I need a different car. I need to buy her a new car too. And it have to be this kind of car. And she even try to dictate who me to invite to the wedding. Me start have serious doubts. Me find myself constantly I wonder if me really ready for this and who is she really and if she had the right person for me. Now, in the midst of all of this, I want to disappoint my family, especially my mother, who already count down the days to the wedding, But when even my father called and tell me to come by the house, he asked how things were going, and he mentioned that he noticed that things didn't really seem as harmonious and as carefree as before, and what was going on with me. So I tell him my concerns. He looked me in the eyes and he said, Marcus, marriage is a joke thing, You can't do it for please people, not even a person you're marrying. You have to live with this person every day, so if you have doubts, you better listen to them. Well, the final stick broke one Saturday when both of our people in for a barbecue, and our cousin Pablo pulled me one side and tell me, thanks to the house when I give my auntie. I say, house? Which house that? The man said me I go give him auntie my house and buy a different house for me and Tamara. I tell him, say, me not have a clue what he might talk about, so him say, come here, cause this don't make no sense, and we walked back into the house. So him approached Tamara and him say, cause me just asked Marcus about the house and him don't know what me I talk about. All of a sudden, Tamara and her mother transform in a two pterodactyl. My girl say, how me so mean? Why me I embarrass her? If I can't just give her mother the house and we get a new one because me I go on like a my mother alone for living in a big house. But walk out, because one, I wasn't prepared for no Jurassic junk come drop rates in my life, and two, all the way me away for somebody jump up and say a prank or something. I don't know. Nobody knows nothing. So me go in my yard, I'ma sit down and I contemplate. But think about everything, the argument, the pressure, the realization that look like this girl did just intend me to use me as a social ladder. So looking back, I realized the relaxed days and nights at home didn't exist anymore. She had to be out at the right places amongst the right people to be photographed at the right angles. More while the only conversations we had started with, babe, can you send me some money for? I have to get whatever the day's fallacious urgency is. So I drop asleep, and when I wake up the next morning, no call, no text from her. I guess she was expecting what had become regular of late. She would throw a tantrum and fool me. I gotta extend the olive branch because I want peace to reign. But today, not a Ross. I called and hot girl promptly sent me the voicemail. So I left a message, good morning, and I'd like to have a conversation with you. And, the sooner the better. Next thing, WhatsApp and IG status update. Soundtrack, Beyonce is to the left. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute. Poor thing. Her arrogance blinded her to the reality that to the left was right. She get left. I just post better single than taken for granted. Next thing, my phone start ring. Everybody, including the leftists, were calling. So I just turn off the phone and drive got my appearance yard because I had to tell them that I had arrived at a very important decision. My mom was understandably disappointed but supportive, and especially when I told her how we are going like a she alone for living a big house. My father was, as usual, wise and supportive. While we were talking, pterodactyl Tamara show up, voice shaky, in a shock. What you mean single? We planned everything already. I said, you planned everything already. We not up on the same page, and I won't start a marriage with doubts in my heart. She cussed, she cried, she cussed, she cried, she apologized, she cussed some more, she cried some more. She even accused me of leading her on, waste our time, embarrassing her, but I stood firm. I knew life with her was not going to be life for me. Looking back, I'm glad that I listened to my father. A wedding and a marriage are separate elements, and neither should be to please people or to live up to society expectation. If two people don't really understand, respect, and love each other, no amount of big wedding can fix it. Love will never be enough when the values are not in alignment.